Yo, what's happening, guys? This is the Don. We got a TNT video. We're going to do how to push people with the Ram 7 on Solo Harbor. So we're going to jump right into it. So right off the bat, a lot of Call of Duty maps have a 3-lane concept. This map doesn't really have that. It's very weird. I kind of like it, honestly, but it does make for some interesting fights, right? So the left side, I like to avoid when the hard point's in the middle. So this side, I just try to avoid this entire area of the map, like up here, because it's really linear fighting. The way I like to push people and the way I think people should push people is flanking, because it results in the least amount of gunfights. If you take less gunfights, you're going to get more nukes, because the chances that you die in a gunfight versus you die when you are shooting somebody in the side or in the back is infinitely higher. It's not even comparable, right? That being said, right here, I do that because I take out these two guys. So when you're playing this game, I'm trying to have some sort of a concept of like where everyone is at the map at all times, right? And so if I know I just killed 2 people, that means there's 2 less people in the area that I'm pushing in this center area, right? So I don't end up turning right after I kill these kids, because I know that they're going to be weak in the middle. Probably maybe 1-2 kids here. It's going to be pretty easy to kill. The problem with this map is if there were like 3-4 kids in the hard point, which isn't that uncommon, but I just killed 2 of them, so I know it's a very low chance that there's going to be like 4 people. That would be literally the rest of the whole team. So take these 2 kids out, immediately turn away. You see me stim right here. That was a preemptive stim because of the cluster strike, right? So sometimes when I'm playing this game, like if someone throws a Semtex at me and I'm like pinned up in a corner and it's not going to kill me, but it's going to hurt, I'll stim before it goes off, because then when it does go off and I'm basically have just finished my stim, I'll re-heal immediately. Like if I wait for it to go off, realize that I'm injured, and then stim, right, that's going to take me longer to heal back up, right? So the same thing with the cluster strike. I'm assuming I'm going to take at least a little bit of damage from that strike. So right here, the hard point is moved. It's in the back, and I'm trying to use this building. Like this is a really good building to operate this hard point, right? Because it has good, views on the 2 main spawns for this hard point. So right here, I killed this kid, and this is where the spawn memorization comes into play, right? Because in this, in this map, right, there's 2 main spawns. It's right here and right here, and typically the teams will operate. Sometimes there's spawns here, but it's these are the primary ones right here, right? So one team will spawn here, one team will spawn here, and they'll alternate a lot. Like these spawns flip really easily. Like if you pay attention, that you'll see these guys are going in circles all the time. So I see that my team is currently in this spawn, so it's very likely that the guy I just killed is going to be spawning right here, and probably there will be more than one. So I'm prepared for at least 1, maybe more, to be in this part of the map, just because I know where the spawns are at. So if you're gonna push people, you really want to know where all the spawns are at, so that you can keep track of where every person is. Because like the reason you camp, right, is because you don't know where people are. If you know where everybody is, then it's basically like having an advanced UAV. You can push people freely if you have that sort of knowledge. You don't have to worry about necessarily getting flanked in the wrong spot if you're keeping track of where everyone is on the map. And same thing here, like some people might say I'm camping, but honestly in my view, like I'm attacking the people that are coming to get me, right? So this guy's obviously, you see him on the stairs right here. 2 people just came up the stairs to try and kill me, right? They think, oh, he's camping up there, but I'm not really camping. I'm going after the kids that are coming after me. If even when you're camping, you want to be like attacking people, in sort of a pushing people manner, right? And so now I break out of this house. I know that probably the spawn is going to be in the back here or in the far side of the map. Right here, this is a really good example of cammering. So if you don't know what cammering is, it's basically peeker's advantage. Based on the way the camera system works, if you're peeking somebody around a corner, you have the advantage because you are going to see them slightly before they see you. If you like run around the corner, you tack sprint around the corner, slide cancel around the corner, jump around the corner, the cameras are going to give you an advantage. So you're going to be able to shoot at your opponent first, which is going to, if you can hit your shots, they literally don't stand a chance. Like you can land shots before they can even really comprehend that you're there. So you definitely want to be cammering people. I'll probably make a video on that, but it's kind of hard to explain. Basically, you definitely want to be slide canceling and jumping around the corners. That's where you see all these crazy mechanics in this game. And right here, I called in my advance. So I made a video on this advanced UAV stuff. I usually try not to call it in until 20, but now my team is literally all on the other side of the map, right? And I'm kind of in their spawn-ish area. I have very easy access to their spawn, and I have my support healer and my VTOL in the air, so I'm going to get people funneling into their spawn. Like this entire side of the map right here belongs to the enemy team. And this entire side of the other map right here belongs to my team. There's a very even division, and I happen to be on the enemy side, which is good because that means there's everywhere. The enemies just for me, and my teammates are going to steal my kills. So I call in the advance so I can absolutely pound people in this spawn and try and get as many kills as possible before the rest of my team shows up. So I'm on 15 here, right? and I just start going, you know, after these kids with the advance. Because like I said in the other advanced UAV video, once you know where everybody is on the map, then you just really need to go after them, right? You need to make as much out of these advanced UAVs as you can. There's no time to really wait. Right, you see here, the feed is all me. Like, that's another reason that I use lethal streaks instead of specialists, because a lot of the time, you know, if you're using your lethals, it's great to get kills and stuff, but the real reason is because it's funneling these enemies back into their spawns. Like, if there's stragglers out on the map, it's going to kill them and bring them back to the spawn, which is going to, one, alert me where their team is spawning, which is always good to know where they're spawning at. Especially if you have if you compare the VTOL and the support helo with the advanced UAV, then you're going to have knowledge of where they're spawning at from the map immediately after the VTOLs and support helos kill them, which is fantastic. So you'll see me here, right? I could obviously push like down this, you know, far lane or like through this way, and I'd probably get a few quick kills off of that. But you see this kid running up the stairs. I know that he's kind of escaping the spawn trap, and I don't want anybody escaping the spawn trap. I want to keep them funneled into the same area. I may have to sacrifice like immediate kills, but I'm going to get more kills in the long run because I'm going to keep him there. I'm going to keep my teammates from getting any kills. I'm going to know where everybody is in their spawn. These are all good things that are going to allow you to get more kills, you know, if you're playing the long game, right? You don't want to just be short-sighted and go right after people and head-on gunfights. Even if you have the advanced UAV, you want to keep people in your spawn trap the whole time. Alright, so take him out. My teammate is kind of infiltrating my spawn trap, which is annoying, but he dies, which is nice. He dies because he pushed right into the middle with 3 people. Like, you know, that's exactly what you don't want to do. That's a good example of what not to do. If you're spawn trapping, right, then you want to like pick a few people off at a time and then rotate through the spawn. You don't want them to know exactly where you're at, because if they're in the spawn, they're going to be able to come get you really quickly. They're going to go immediately to the place where you last killed them. They know exactly where you were, and if you're still there, you're screwed, because the whole team is just going to flock you. You need to be moving around the spawn constantly when you're pushing people like this, so that they don't know where to come get you again. Alright, so they're still trapped. They still haven't had anywhere to go. And right now, I lose the advance. I'm on a super high streak.
Guys,
so I
this
back
is why I'm
off.
the best player in the game. Alright? Honestly.
I
That's why.
was pretty hyped. Obviously, that's not true, but sorry if you, there's like painters outside if you can hear that shit, but basically at this point I've lost my advance. It's hard to push people on a high streak without the advance. Literally, like, it's physically hard to get yourself to do that, I find, right? Because it's just common sense, right? So there's a guy here, there's 2 guys here, a guy here, a kid here, and a kid here. So this guy's in their spawn, this guy's right with me, these 2 are in another spawn over here, this guy's by the hard point. Like, I'm not exactly sure where they're going to be spawning. Like, I know that, yes, they are here right now, but what happens when they die? Where are they going next? Because this guy's back here in their spawn, so I'm not really sure. I'm going to play it kind of safe at this point. I'm on my 24 streak. If you're always pushing people, even if you don't know where they are, that's how you die, because you're going to end up taking gunfights. You just don't ever want to take gunfights. Your chances of dying in a gunfight are extremely high, as we said. So you want to flank people, and you can't really effectively flank people if you don't have a very good understanding of where everyone is on the map at all times. So from now on, I just play this a little bit safe, chill in this house. It's very safe in this house on the upper deck. I almost always operate this staircase instead of the other one. You have such better views of like people coming up the stairs, and honestly, no one ever comes up the staircase for some reason. It's like the less common one. So you see me, I'm just working this house. Like, I know that now, like, my team, the spawns have kind of made themselves more clear. I know my guys here, my teammates are in the hard point over here, so that means that they're probably going to be spawning back here in the crate area, right? So that means if they're spawning in the crates, they're going to either go through the middle, that's the primary way, they're going to go right to the hard point like a bunch of bots, run through the middle of the map. But also people are going to be coming through here. Like I said, it's only a 2-lane map, so I can just chill in this house and operate this side of the map really well, you know, without actually risking myself a lot. I can just peek these windows. These windows are really good for looking at people. I mean, it sucks when there's someone up here camping like this, but, you know, whatever. I'm on 25 streak. I don't give a rip. I'm not here to make friends. So you see me, I'm just chilling in this house, you know, waiting it out. Right here, I get some kills, I think. Yeah. So like I said, these windows are super good, and this is the best window of all because no one expects you to be here. Not that that's really a huge, you know, deal, but just for this map specifically, I like this window better. And right here I throw stopping power in. So this is always like an existential crisis that I have when I'm in the middle of a game, right? Am I a stopping power player or a dead silence player? But what it breaks down to is basically if you want to go and put long chain streaks together, dead silence is your option because it recharges when you get kills. But if you are using stopping power, that's going to get you a kill. Like if you're looking for 1 kill, stopping power is what you want. Especially if you're not trying to push people that aggressively, because dead silence, even though it recharges it expires if you don't kill anybody, right? Stopping power just sits in your gun forever. You never have to use it. But when you do use it, it's very effective to get a few quick kills. In long range fights, I mean, this just don't stand a chance. No matter, like, you know, unless they have fuck SBR or something, there's just nothing they're gonna be able to do about it. Because like I said, I want to come back and chill. I just want to vibe here. I don't really want to push that many people, so you know, I don't even have any stopping power left anyways. But if I did, that would be good. I would just sit here for a while. I would still be able to get my last kill. And now I think I push out. I think I push out now. Yeah, okay, I push out. Take fall damage. Quickly heal up. So the hard point's in the middle. I'm going to go around the side. Like I said before, I'm not trying to move through the middle of the map. That's where you go to die. So there's so much action going on there. I just try to avoid that and take the secondary route. And this applies to all maps. Like if the hard point is in the middle, you don't want to go in the middle. Like you don't want to go right into the hard point unless you absolutely need to. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this isn't just Soledal Harbor. This is just a general concept. You want to go around the hard point and flank people, you know, to make sure you don't die, basically, while you're trying to get your kills on these streaks. Right here. I see them. I know that there's 3 people there, but I got so many shots off on that first kid that I just decided to keep it going. So like a lot of the time you'll see, like you saw in that streak before, I was never staying in the same place, and even if there was multiple targets to shoot at, I would just dip. If you end up getting a situation where you're just like rolling your gun's clip, eventually somebody's just gonna probably be able to outgun you while you're trying to make your passes between one enemy to another, right? Like if I got shot right here by this guy at all, I wouldn't have, you know, tried to maintain that gunfight. I would have dipped hard, either to the probably to the right or to the left. I probably would have been able to escape this, basically is what I'm saying, if I had got shot at a little bit. So if you're taking these fights, right, and you're peeking corners like this, you don't necessarily want to roll your clip unless you're just totally healthy and you just only need one more kill, right? So like I grab it, I die immediately because I wasn't protecting my flank. So that's another thing you have to consider when you're pushing people, is protecting your flank. This just happened to work out for me. If I was really wanting to play this part safe and still push people right here, I would have pushed not to this left side over here, but I would have gone back here by these cars, because I'll have lines of sight on both of these. These are the only ways I can get shot. I'm totally protected on this side. This side of the map, like the corners of the map here, are protecting my other flank. I have all my flanks covered and everything like that, and I could just go around the back side of their spawn and shoot them in the back. That would have gotten me the nuke too. I would have worked either way. But, you know, basically, I turned this corner, saw the opportunity to kill people, and quickly took it. So, yeah. Well, I really hope you guys learned something in this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. I'm coming out with these kind of TNT videos all the time. If you want to see more of this content, sub to the channel. But for now, I'm out of here, guys. Peace. Enjoy your days.